On today's docket, a mother sold everything to find herself. 5 years, 4 continents, and one shaman named Greg later, she's broke, barefoot, and knocking on her son's door. He says no. She says, Namaste. From the wanderer to the homeowner, who really needs saving. This is the Reddit Court.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Reggie presiding.
Case number 301. Mall moved out, wants back in. Plaintiff, your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. My mother sold her house and left to find herself. That was 5 years ago. She just came back and assumed she could move into my guest room indefinitely. I said no.
And you're being sued for lack of hospitality?
I gave birth to him, Judge. I think that earns me at least a guest mattress and maybe some gratitude.
Technically, she did pay for his Wi-Fi until 2012. That's got to count for something.
Oof. Guilt trip speedrun.
Miss Wanderer, what exactly have you been doing the last 5 years?
I traveled through Southeast Asia. I meditated in silence for 21 days, and I opened my root chakra in Costa Rica. I followed my bliss.
She also followed a guy named Greg who sold her a crystal pyramid.
It was a transformational experience. Greg helped me unlock my inner light.
She got spiritually catfished.
And when the bliss ran out?
I realized the most important journey is the one back home. Family is everything.
Translation. She ran out of money and now she wants free heating.
Look, I love her, but I have a life, a wife, and a 2-bedroom apartment. I need boundaries, not barefoot enlightenment in my kitchen.
So you told her no?
I offered to help her find a place. She said the universe would provide.
And look, the universe led me right to his door.
Pretty sure the universe is called Greyhound, and it dropped you off 2 blocks away.
If the universe is so generous, maybe she can ask it to pay first and last month's rent.
Let me get this straight. Miss Wanderer, you had no fixed plan, no job lined up, and expected your adult son to host you for how long?
Until the universe says it's time to go.
So basically forever.
Excuse me, I do yoga. I eat lentils. I require very little.
So does a raccoon. Still not houseguest material.
I could start a healing circle, offer intuitive tarot sessions, maybe a crystal cleanse subscription.
That sounds like a goop side quest.
She tried that. Her only client was Greg.
He was spiritually generous.
What about your pension, retirement fund, savings?
I converted it all into artisanal kombucha futures. It was a bold move.
She went all in on fermented tea and blind faith.
I'm logging that under spiritual YOLO.
Plaintiff, do you feel any obligation to take her in?
Honestly, I did. But then she saged my living room and told my wife our cat has ancestral trauma.
What'd the cat say?
He hasn't come out from under the bed since?
That feline is a Libra. They're emotionally sensitive.
This is the first time I've ever felt bad for a house pet.
Final question. If your son doesn't let you stay, what will you do?
Camp, commune, crowdsource a yurt. There are options.
That's just a fancy way to say I'll crash wherever.
All right. Before I rule, Miss Wanderer, do you have anything further to add?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to file a counterclaim for emotional abandonment. After all I gave him as a child, this is how he repays me?
Interesting. You're claiming retroactive rent on emotional labor?
Exactly. Late-night fevers, piano lessons, endless carpools, emotional support during puberty.
You're billing him for puberty?
That's a bold legal move. Never been done.
Your Honor, I appreciate what she did, but that was parenting, not a loan.
So you're asking for a spiritual refund on motherhood?
I'm asking for recognition, and maybe a warm place to sleep that isn't a tent near a yoga studio.
Next week on Judge Reggie. Can you invoice your kid for childhood?
All right, let's summarize. Son, you drew boundaries and offered help on your terms. Mother, you made choices and now want shared consequences. The law isn't here to solve guilt. It's here to clarify responsibility. Final ruling. The son is not obligated to house the mother. The counterclaim for emotional labor is creative, but denied.
Even just a few nights on the couch?
Only if the couch consents.
Court adjourned.
And someone get that cat a therapist.
She chased her bliss and found herself back in the suburbs. He drew a boundary. She called it betrayal. But love doesn't come with a lease agreement. Next time, pack a plan with your passport. This has been the Reddit Court. Next time, on the Reddit Court, a boyfriend tries to monetize romance, charging his girlfriend a toilet tax for using the bathroom during overnight stays. She says it's weird. He says it's fair. Judge Reggie says, "Bring a plunger. It's about to get messy."
From the alleyway to your brain, Trashcore TV.